Hello, it's Jez from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today. So I'm very excited. I've got a kit, and I have up to this stage been making things and offering them as freebies. Now I've made something that I'm gonna, put up for sale. I've spent a long time working on this. It's a long time coming. It expanded far beyond what my initial attention was for it. I've split it into two kits, and then there's a little monthly supporter kit, and there's some freebies. These will all be available over on my Ko-fi site, and I'll link that down below. So let's get started. So these are all antique documents. Just move that off the side there. That reminds me what's in it. So my initial intention was to just produce some antique documents, and that it. And then it's just sort of grown as my skills have grown with Photoshop. I've created an entire kit with it. So this, the antique documents, this gives you 24 pages of documents. Some have one on a page, some have two, and there's two that've got three. And then I've shrunk them down, and you've got 5 sheets of mini doc pages. You've got 3 collage sheets and 4 background sheets. So 36 pages in a total. So this front sheet, that gives you a little bit of a an insight into some of the documents that are available. So we've got, so they're all antique. All of these, they're all from the early 1900s, late 1800s. They've been sourced of various parts of the internet in the public domain, and they've all been sort of cleaned up. Some of these were ripped. Oh, I've pressed the wrong button there. There we go. Some of these, had ripped edges. They might have had big stains in them. So some of them had ripped edges. I've cleaned them all up. So they've all got clean, straight edges, because I thought you can rough up the edges if you like, or you can have them clean cut. It's entirely up to you, however you want to use them. So I made sure that all the edges were complete, and some of them might have had rips and stains, and I've cleaned them up. I have left some creases in them to make them look real. So we have that one. So some of these are letters from different various places. Some of them are UK, some American, some are French, and lots of invoices. I absolutely love invoices, and I love these pictures that you get on the top of them. And I've got a few checks in it as well. So to save paper, I've put them together like that, but you can still see the crease down there and down there. I didn't clean it up because I like seeing those, so I've left them. I absolutely adore this receipt. Again, I've left the natural creases in some areas, cleaned it up in others. Another one there, you can see the crease down the middle. I like putting the creases back in and then inking them up. I say initially I was just gonna give you documents to use, because I know I'm lucky, I find them, and lots of people aren't so lucky, so we rely on digitals, and I like using digitals, and you will have seen me using some of these recently in the Truly Beau journal, that altered book that I did for Rach from Rach Bella Crafts, and I have to give Rach a great big thank you. She's really helped me a lot, given me some hints and tips, and saved me shed loads of time with just like one thing she said to me, and it kind of blew my mind, and it's it's been really, really helpful as well. So you can see I've left some of the stains in here, and and it's got sort of darkened around the edges, but I have cleaned some of them up. Then we've got a nice blue check. It's the only blue in it, I think, but I do I did use, I think, both of these in the Truly Blue because of the blue in them. And you can see a nice big crease down the centre there that I really liked. And then there's this style of receipt. So a couple of them are blank like this. So you can add your own sort of stamping and that to it to make it look sort of real as well. There's another blank one there for you to play with. And again, that one, I used these as background pages in the Truly Blue journal, and then I had a pocket on the front so the blue was showing out. So there's another sort of check there. Sewing machine one, I'm going to use this in the sewing journal that's still on my list to make. There, I didn't crop that enough, but I just thought I'm not going back to do it. So when you cut it out, you can ink it, you won't notice. But it was just a bridge too far for me. So yeah, I didn't do it. So there's some more of these little, I just love them. I think they're really pretty. I love how they look. It's weird. Ed just looks at me and goes, "It's a receipt, Jez." I know, but I like them. So yeah, so there are lots and lots. There's a few duplicates, so some of the big ones are sort of shrunk down, and then I've shrunk them all down sort of come the end. So yes, so these were on 4 pages to begin with. Now I've made them 2 to a page, because you might want little ones. You might be making a mini journal, so you want little documents. So I've given you that option. I love this one. He featured in my Truly Blue journal as well. I just think it's so pretty, and I recently used it in my purse journal that I'm making. I think you're on the front page, aren't you? Yeah, on the front page there. So I used that to, you know, collage the back of this tag there. So, you know, it's just lots of different ways of using it. Some more there. I love the colour of that. Beautiful. And then we've got, they're all, you know, receipts come in, invoices come in different shapes. Oops, move you down. Shapes and sizes as well. So you've just got oodles. I did think about saving them and doing like 2 kits, but I just didn't know. I'd already made the collage sheet, so it was like, oh, I don't know which ones to take out now. So there, you got them all in one big shebang. So we got that one going that way and that one going this way. And there, and then this is where I'm shrinking them down in full. So that you've got is one big sheet, that you've got is one big sheet. I've put them together so that you've got them a little bit smaller. And then I've shrunk them down again, so you've got them even little. So these are quite nice to use on background. So if we look at here, I've got the top of the receipts sort of behind, looking nice, and you can use them in for clusters and you know, make your own masterboards with them. So you've got, and not everybody is able to shrink down, so I've done it for you, so you don't have to worry. You've got my logo in all of them because I wasn't gonna rub them out. So yeah, so you've got all of them done so that they're smaller, which is why you've got some repeats of a few of these, because I needed to make pages with 2 on so that I could print them 4 to a page. And then I've printed them all, those little pages, on this big page. You've got them really little, and I said these are really useful for clusters or for a focal point on a tag. So yeah, so I've included those. And then I did some collages, Jez. So I did a few collages. That's a collage with using the full receipts, and then I've sort of done them using mostly the header, but with bits of full receipts. And that one is just the headers on there, and then you can, you know, do whatever you want with these. They could be a nice background page or not. And then so you've got 4 backgrounds. So we've got this sort of grungy, old looking background. And then I just made it a little bit lighter because some of the documents are lighter. And then I added one, there's some faint lines going across there for journaling. I always think they're nice on the back of a tag. And then I put one in with a little bit of script, which I thought would be nice because it's documents, to have a little bit of script, and there's some letters as well. So you've got those 4 backgrounds. So now we've got the journal kit. So this is the next kit, and we have got the same front sheet there. We've got 14 journaling pages in this, 19 ephemera sheets, and 2 background sheets. So let me show you the 2 background sheets just because I've got them to hand. So this background sheet, you've got a line down the middle for where it folds, and you've got some lines, so you can have it that way up or that way up. I kind of did it so that the splodges are at the bottom, but it don't matter. You choose which way you want it. And then this sort of plainer background sheet with it. If you get all the kits, then you've got like quite a nice choice of different backgrounds going on. So let's get started. So so what I did was I took the documents and just sort of made them fit the full sheet. These are all in A4, by the way. So if you live in a country where it's not A4, which I think is mostly America, maybe Canada, and so you'll have to sort of print to fit or shrink to fit, whatever. Your pages are shorter. Well, the way this one goes, they're actually narrower and longer. So you're 11 inches wide, whereas ours are roughly 11 3/4, and you're 8 1/2 wide and we're 8 1/4. So yeah, so you have to stretch it a bit that way but shorten it that way. So you might lose a bit, but there's plenty of space there to lose a bit off the end, and you wouldn't actually notice. And if you you might just lose a little bit off the bottom and the top when you print it out, or you might just cut off the edges. Anyway, stop waffling, Jez, and get on with it. So there we go. This is the way I've done it. I chose ones that didn't look weird being slightly stretched, because they're obviously being stretched to fit this size. I wasn't sure if this one would work because I thought maybe the faces would be distorted, but no, they turned out really fine. I really like them. There, and I added a little bit of a faded edge around each of the pages as well. So this one I quite like. That's the natural fold in it, and it kind of goes down the centre, which is quite cool. These would be quite nice centre pages. And then that one. So this one's been changed. So I changed the colour of this one for the journal page. I'm just trying to see if I can find the original. It's much more whitey grey on the original. I can't find it. So I really like that look of it, that colour. This was just as I learnt new skills. It's like, oh, if I do that, it does this. And then I did some this way. So if you're doing a long, tall journal, you can use them that way, or you can have them on the side in the journal page. I never mind things the wrong way around, but they are portrait. That's the word, Jez. So I did some portrait as well. So you've got a couple of those for you. And then I picked up 2 there. Yeah, so there's another portrait one as well. And then I did some 2 to a page and sort of did that sort of discoloration down the middle where you would fold it in half. And that took me ages to do. I kind of thought, why did I start this? And then I've done some collages again, but using the journal pages as opposed to the documents, so they look quite different to the original collages that I made. If we look at this one, I've got a couple of post-its on now. but they have a really different look to them. So yeah, so we've got 2 in landscape, and then I was so chuffed with myself. I worked out how to do the same collage but make it portrait. I was buzzing that I learnt that. It's like you can teach an old dog new skills. So those are your journal pages, and then we've got some ephemera. So I love the look of documents as a tag. Never gonna cut up a genuine document to make a tag out of it. That would just be sacrilege, wouldn't it? But in Photoshop, I'm able to do it. So these are my what I call fancy top ones. I haven't done the holes in these, so some do have holes and some don't, and partly because I think sometimes you don't want a hole in the top. You might put a tab on it or something. So this sort of, or if you're making your own holes and putting your hole reinforcers, if I make them for you, they might be in the wrong place, so I've left them. Plus I'm not that clever. I'm really not that clever. So there you go. So they're just a selection of the receipts that I thought would work. And then I've just done them 2 to a page, because I know, although I've done a video on how to, you know, print 2 to a page, but everybody's printer settings are going to be different. So if your printer settings don't do that, then you can't do it. And I haven't tested it out, but each of these have got a little definite line around them, so that hopefully a scan and cut will pick that edge up and cut them out. I'm hoping that. I haven't actually printed these to cut off. I have only got these printed on ordinary copier paper right now, so obviously different paper give you a different effect. But I printed that many. I've got loads of misprints which I'll use, but no problem. But I didn't want to use my good paper when I was just sort of trying it out. And then I made, so these ones are they slightly small? That's not the original. So these ones I've made them slightly smaller than these original ones, but they're bigger than these shrunk down ones, if you get what I mean. And these, I use the collage sheets in that to give you, so these will look nice if you then put a focal point. Maybe you've got an advert, you know, with some of those pretty adverts. I've got vintage adverts on my Ko-fi, or a cabinet card, which you can also find for free on my Ko-fi. Thought they'd be quite nice, put under there, add some lace and some background and what have you. So that's all my tags. And then we've got some pockets. So these are nice side pockets, and I've done you different sizes of tabs that you could use either on the edge of a page or on top of a tag, if you wanted to. If you were making your own, I often use the background sheets and make my own tags. So I've got that, and then we've got these sort of pockets that you stick things in, giving you a tag there that's got a slanty side to it, and then I just use the space up there and just added in a little something. So when you need a something, there's a something that you could use. And then of course I've done some envelopes. So I've done these envelopes with the documents on the side, so that when you fold them up, you've not got anything upside down. They're on the side, and I think that's sort of acceptable. So we've got those, and then I did slightly different topped with the collage sheet. So they're every which way but loose, those ones. So some of them bits will be upside down, sideways, around the wrong way, but it doesn't matter. And then we've got a different style of envelope there, and then a little card that could go in it, or you could use that just as a journaling card. I went a bit mad with my envelopes. I love an envelope. And then we've got some coin envelopes there, and again these little things will fit in there, or you can stuff your own thing in there however you want. Again, they've all got a definite light line around them, which hopefully if you've got a cutting machine it will pick it up. And here we've got these 2 envelopes as well, and then we've got a load of little tags and labels there. These ones do have little holes in it. So you could layer these up or use them separately, or fiddle with them and use them in clusters or whatever you want. Here we've got 2 little trifolds, so a sort of rectangle one and a tag one. And then I do love my little labels, so we've got lots of different shapes there, with sort of collage. And then I did one, this is my son's favourite page, that I just did each label that had some of the pretty tops of the receipts. I really like that as well, actually. I was with him on that one. I went, yeah, this was my favourite. This took forever, absolutely forever, but it was worth it, I think, because it's lovely. So then I shrunk them down, so we've got 2 to a page, so much smaller, great for clusters, or if you just want a little something on the edge of a page. All these could be good tabs. You could cut them out, fold them in half, and you've got a nice tag, a tab even, Jez. So then these are different shapes, which I did with the collage sheet. I wasn't going to do this with just the tops again. It took me forever, and it was like, that's a one and done, and I'm never doing it again. And then I printed those 2 to a page, that way, Jez, for your logo. And then the reason why I did 4 pages was so that you could get some really, really tiny mini ones. And you can see from the front of this journal where I've used one of those elements there, just as like a book plate. And I think I've done some as, did I do some as clusters? There's a little bit there in a cluster. Let me just have a little skeg through and see. Did I do? No, I didn't, Jez. Nah. No, you did that one in your head, Jez. You didn't actually do it in real life. There we go. So that is the journal kit. So you've got a journal kit and a document kit. Let me show you the front page so you know which one you're getting. Oh, this is all messed up now. There it is. So you've got the antique documents, and then you've got the antique documents journal kit. And then we've got I've got a little kit here which I've made for my monthly supporters. So over on my Ko-fi, I do have some people who support me every month. There's like a little, you can do a one-off, pay somebody something, or you can say you pay them that every month. So so this is just for them to say thank you so much. I was overwhelmed that somebody, you know, was just happy to give me something because they like what I do. So these are documents that are in the document kit. I think they do appear in the mini ones and the collage, but not at normal size. And then you've got some mini ones here. These ones do appear in proper size in the document kit, but not in this size. And then you've got that one smaller down. And then I've done some extra journaling pages just for this kit that don't appear in the other kits. And I think that's my favourite document. So that's made for a nice portrait page, as is that one. And then you've got your own little ephemera. So you've got the envelope featuring the document that's only in this kit, and a little card there that will go in there. And then you've got some pockets and tags and tabs as well. And then you've got some of these little elements that are different to the ones in the main kit. And then you've got some little tags and tickets there again that are different. and you have a little background sheet as well. So that is for my monthly subscribers, and then there's a freebie, or supporters, and then we've got a freebie for everybody. So here we go. I have done a collage sheet for you. You've got this set of documents, and you've got them shrunk down. So these do appear in the monthly subscriber one, but not any bigger than this. Okay, so these will all be on my Ko-fi, linked down below. I hope you like them. It was a lot of work. Even just today getting them ready to go up has taken me hours. Yeah, I'm very excited. I did have somebody contact me asking if I'd already released the kit a while back, so I hope she's watching or looking out on my blog, so she can see that, yeah, it's all ready now. This has taken a long time, and it went on the back burner for a bit. Life got in the way, but here we are, all ready to go. So I'm hoping that I'll have a few freebies throughout August, sort of that complement this. I have been working on a few, and hopefully, if people like my work, I'll do another one. Not a document one, but I'll do another kit for September. So yeah, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Do pop over to Ko-fi and grab the freebies if nothing else. Okay, bye for now.